Today, we're going to look at the Atomos Ninja V 5-inch monitor and recorder. Let's go! What's up, everybody? Phil with Photo Gear Fun here. Today we're going to look at the Atomos Ninja V. It's a 5-inch recorder, also a monitor. Pretty cool device. Retails for around $700. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. If you do subscribe, please click on that bell icon. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. Thank you for taking the time to view this video. So I'm going to walk you through the device. We'll show you what it's made of, and then we'll go through the menus. So as you look at the device, you can see on the side you have your power button. There's a microphone or a line input. You've got headphones and also a connector for a remote on the side. On the back, you've got a spot for your battery. It takes Sony NPF batteries. Also for the SSD drive. There's a HDMI in, HDMI out. Also on the bottom, you've got a 1/4-20 jack that will allow you to be able to connect it to a tripod. And along the top as well, there's a 1/4-20, and you can see the outlet for the heat. And there's a fan in this device, which we might talk about. Sometimes the fan can be a little bit loud. Just wanted to kind of show you how you connect. There's an SSD drive inside of this crate or carrier that comes with it. Simply push it in to connect the drive and pull it out. Also on the battery, there's a little lever. When the battery is actually seated, press that lever, the battery comes out, and then to put it in, you simply just slide it, and that battery pops right in, and that lever is secure. So that's kind of a look at the device really quickly. This is a first look. Again, we will have a full review and I'll get more into the specs, but I wanted to show you the menu system as we go through this. You can see that you can select your input just by tapping at the top of the screen. There are a number of different types of cameras that are supported if you want to do HDR, and this does do HDR, and you can select what type of camera, also the gamma that you're looking at, and you can do HDMI auto. There is also a trigger, so with certain cameras, pressing the record button will actually trigger the device to start recording. So that's pretty cool. You can do it through HDMI or you can do it through timecode. For output, this does have a pass-through, so you can select the output that you want to. So if you want to run this to a secondary monitor, you can certainly do that, and it does support HDR. For recording, it supports ProRes, 3 different levels of ProRes, and also DNxHR for Avid. If you're in the Avid workflow, I've got it set to ProRes. You can see there's LT, HQ, and also there's 422, and you can see the time remaining. I've got a 512 gigabyte drive in here, so you can see the time remaining as you choose each of those different levels. Again, the menu, just tap on it, you can change your file name, so the file output. There are monitors for your audio. There are also meters that you can look at. And I love the way the menu works. You just kind of slide it along. I really like this interface. You can see information about the media. So you can see, I'm sorry, it said 512. It's a 480 gigabyte drive in there. You can turn on time coding if you'd like to turn on time coding. You can change the way the date appears. There's information about the battery. This is plugged into the adapter, which is included. And then there's some info about the recorder itself. Again, pretty slick menus. Some of the feature assists that we have here is waveform, which you're seeing here. So that will show you the waveform on the bottom left. You've got the RGB parade as well. You've got vector scopes. Also supports focus peaking. And you can combine these, by the way. We've got zebras and false color. You can see the false color with the scale on the left-hand side. You can look at it in black and white. And then there are some kind of tools that you can just slide over, some tools where you can punch in. You can look at 1:1, and then you can kind of scroll around the image to make sure that your focus is good. It's really a great tool. And then there's actually a 2:1 or ×2 where you can zoom in even more and just make sure that that focus is crisp and sharp. There are also some modes that show you different framings. You can see here that it's going through 16:9, anamorphic, those types of things. And then there's a squeezing, if you will. So you'll be able to change the aspect ratio, so you can squeeze and de-squeeze. video. And then you can see we have settings as well where you can actually apply a LUT. You can choose the information on your waveform and change some attributes of that waveform. For focus peaking, you can choose the colors, and again, there are some settings here that you can choose for focus peaking as well as zebra. You can change the threshold. Again, going back to LUT, you can actually apply a LUT and it will show on the monitor itself. And then from a monitor, you could select to see if you want that LUT displayed or not. And then there's just some settings on the display where you can turn up brightness and the like. And there are a number of different modes here, but when you press record, when you're in record mode, you can see that that red bar goes around it so that you know the recorder is actively working. You can also change the way the screen is displayed and look at different things on the monitor. And then there is an edit mode where you can choose thumbs up and thumbs down. You can choose in and out points as well. There are a number of different things that you can do from an editing perspective. Just try to help you in the field edit so that you can mark these clips, and should make it easier when you get back in to your editing software. For playback, you can see it will play back, and you have the pause and play and record and forward and back, as well as some meters. And you can see information about the video format again from the playback. And within, you can see it kind of switches modes. It goes black for a moment if you go between playback and record. I don't know if that's a bug or not. I would call it something that's not desirable, but at any rate, it will switch and go blank for a minute or two when you go between record and playback. So those are the menus. I'm going to take this out. I've used it already on a video. So the video that I did for the Fujifilm review, I'll put a link in the corner. The Fujifilm first look. Use this, and it's been amazing so far. It's really easy to edit. You have a number of different codecs that you can choose for file size to get different qualities. So far, it's been a really good monitor. It does get hot, and there's a fan on the top, so if you want to use this for vlogging or something, that mic might pick up that fan noise. So the fan noise isn't terrible, but it does, you can hear it if you put a mic pretty close to it. So that's the first look at the Atomos Ninja V recorder and monitor. This is Phil with Photo Gear Fun. Get out there and have your photo gear fun. I hope you enjoyed looking at, or I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, like, share. Again, thanks for taking the time to watch this video, and we will see you again in the next video.